ti 20 oṣù kẹwàá ọdún tá a wà yìí. Iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá nílẹ̀ South Africa ti ṣe lálàyé lónìí pé gbogbo èrò ọkàn àwọn ní láti kojú àwọn ọmọ ilẹ̀ ọ̀hún tí wọ́n ń dá rògbòdìyàn sílẹ̀ níbi tí wọ́n ti já ilé ìtajà ńlá lọ Soho nílùú Katlehong ní ìlà oòrùn ìlú Johannesburg. Bákan náà ni àwọn ọmọ ológun nílẹ̀ South Africa náà tún ṣe lálàyé pé ogunlọ́gọ̀ àwọn ọmọ ológun ni àwọn yóò pín sí ọ̀nà méjì láti ṣètò ìrànwọ́ sí agbègbè ìlú Johannesburg bí tí àwọn èèyàn ti ń ja olè ní kíkankíkan látàrí bí ilé ẹjọ́ ṣe ti ààrẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ rí Jacob Zuma sí ẹ̀wọ̀n èyí tó jẹ́ pé ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní nǹkan bíi ọjọ́ 4 sẹ́yìn. A ó sì rántí pé ilé ẹjọ́ nílẹ̀ South Africa ló ju ààrẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ rí ọ̀hún sí ẹ̀wọ̀n oṣù 15 látàrí bó ṣe kọ̀ jálẹ̀ láti ṣàlàyé lórí ẹ̀sùn tí wọ́n fi kàn án lórí ìṣòwò ìlú báṣubàṣu láàrin ọdún 9 tó lò gẹ́gẹ́ bí ààrẹ ilẹ̀ South Africa. Ètò bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ọjọ́bọ̀ ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá. Iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá ti fi kélé òfin gbé àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ń fọ́ ilé ìtajà ọ̀hún lónìí nígbà tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ láabi ọ̀hún ní òru òní. Kò ní jù báyìí lọ fún tòní, ṣùgbọ́n kí n tó máa lọ ẹ gbọ́ kókó tó wà nínú ìròyìn àgbáyé tọ̀sán yìí. Àjọ amúṣẹ́yá lórí ìdènà àrùn kòrónà nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ti kẹ́fìn ìṣíkẹta àrùn kòrónà nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ báyìí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà la mú àfihàn pé ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ṣe ìpalẹ̀mọ́ àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ní ìpèníjà àrùn ọpọlọ. Gómìnà Mákindé kẹ́dùn pẹ̀lú àwọn mọ̀lẹ́bí Ọlárẹ̀wájú Fàsásí tàmọ̀ sí Sam Sultan látàrí ìpapòdà rẹ̀. Ní ìparí, adájọ́ ń dúnkòokò láti pàṣẹ fífi kélé òfin gbé mínísítà tẹ́lẹ̀ rí nílẹ̀ wa látàrí ẹ̀sùn ṣíṣe owó ìlú kùmọ̀kùmọ̀. Kò ní jù báyìí lọ fún tòde o, títí ọ̀la tẹ́tùmọ̀ pàdé àwọn ẹlẹ́gbẹ́ wa. Abdullahi Salman lórúkọ tèmi jẹ́. Ẹ ṣé tẹ̀ ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa.
Ìyá ọmọlúàbí ni kó ṣèlérí kó sì mú lérí rẹ̀ ṣe lásìkò ìpolongo òdìbò ni gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé ti sọ pé ìṣèjọba òun kò ní ṣàdédé lé ẹnikẹ́ni níbi tí wọ́n ti ń jẹ tí wọ́n ti ń mu láì ṣe pé òun pèsè ibòmíì fún wọn. Láti má déhùn yìí ṣẹ, ìgbìmọ̀ amúṣẹ́yá ti ń rí sí ìtọ́jú àwọn oníbàárà nílùú Ìbàdàn tí kó gbogbo àwọn oníbàárà tó wà ní Sábó lọ sí agbègbè kan ní Akínyẹlé, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n sì ṣe káàkiri gbogbo ìlú Ìbàdàn. Ètò ààbò ẹ̀mí òun ìgbé ayé ìrọ̀rùn níjọba ti pèsè fún àwọn oníbàárà yìí níbẹ̀. Èyí ni ó wá gbòdẹ́kun fáwọn amòòkùnṣìkà tí wọ́n ń ṣe bí oníbàárà láti ṣiṣẹ́ ẹbí wọn. Ìjọba wa ń rọ gbogbo ẹ̀yin onínúdúndùn ọlọ́rẹ tí máa ń tọ́jú àwọn oníbàárà yìí pé kẹ́ ẹ máa lọ bá wọn lákínyẹlé láti ṣeṣẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ yín. Ààbò tó péye ti wà fún ẹ̀yin àtàwọn tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ ta lọ́rẹ níbẹ̀. Ìgbìmọ̀ amúṣẹ́yá tó rí sí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn oníbàárà nípìnlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ló ń kéde.
Wòó tọ̀ ewédú gbẹ̀gìrì àmàlà òun gbóná fẹ́lifẹ́li nìbàdàn ìlú rédíò Aloore.
Good afternoon. This is the World News transmitting from the GSM Studio Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism, Agodi Secretariat, Ibadan. This is the World News. I am Aboyede Ojo. First, the highlights. Oyo COVID-19 task force uncovers Delta variant in the state. Oyo government evacuates 14 mentally ill and 86 destitutes. Makinde Man Sam Sultan commiserates with family, a sane community and entertainment industry. Judge threatens to order arrest of ex-minister over alleged fund misappropriation. And on the foreign scene, South Africa deploys troops as unrest spirals after Zuma jailing. And this is the news in full. The Oyo State COVID-19 Task Force has uncovered the Delta variant of the COVID-19 in the state. The state incident manager and coordinator of the Emergency Operations Center, Dr. Olabode Ladipo, who confirmed the development, said that the general public is notified of the need to take extra caution and consistently apply to all protocols earlier released by the task force. A statement by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Seyi Makinde, Mr. Taiwo Adisa, on behalf of the task force, warned residents of the state to continue to comply with all advisories aimed at curtailing the spread of COVID-19. The statement also asked all inbound travelers to always isolate for 7 days and submit themselves for testing. The Oyo State government evacuated 14 mentally ill persons and 86 destitutes from some popular areas in Ibadan. The evacuees were picked up at Mokola, Jembewo, Challenge, Sango, Orita UI and Ojo areas of the state capital. The exercise, third of its kind in 2021, was carried out by the staff of the Ministry of Environment in collaboration with the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Inclusion. The exercise was quite challenging for the government officials as some of the mentally sick evacuees restricted being taken away, but the security backup provided by the police made the operation a success. The evacuees were later moved to the rescue center situated at Akinyele village for profiling. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Inclusion, Mrs. Christiana Abioye, said the exercise was aimed at achieving mass evacuation of destitutes, including beggars and the mentally ill. She stated that the exercise is continuous, promising that the well-being of all the evacuees will be ensured and that adequate care will be given to them. The exercise was to ensure that the lives of the destitutes and that of the general public were safe and secured. Meanwhile, the Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, has described the death of the multi-talented singer Lanre Fasasi, popularly known as Sound Sultan, as a huge loss to the state and the entertainment world. He commiserated with the immediate family of the artist, the Isan community and the entertainment industry on what he described as the demise of a truly great ambassador of Oyo State. According to Makinde, Sound Sultan left the world at a young age of 44, but he made his mark and left strong messages for the Nigerian society through various songs with limited preoccupation that centers on politics, commitment and service to fatherland, among others. He charged youths in the state to borrow a leaf from the pages of Sound Sultan's books, as according to him, the late singer showed great example on how to manage fame as a young person. Meanwhile, a federal high court in Abuja has threatened to issue a bench warrant of arrest on former aviation minister Stella Oduha over her continuous absence in court. Justice Inyang Ekwo issued the threat today following the refusal of the former minister to honor court proceedings. Oduha, now a senator representing Anambra North Senatorial District in the National Assembly, was billed to be arraigned on a 25 count alongside 4 others. The Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, is alleging that Oduha misappropriated public funds while serving as a minister. Other defendants are charged with conspiracy and money laundering, as well as maintaining anonymous bank accounts. At the resumed hearing, counsel to the EFCC, Azan Liman, said all the defendants have been served with the charges as ordered by the court. He added that 32 witnesses have been lined up to testify against her and 8 others with a view of establishing the fraud charges against them. However, the former minister and the 4 defendants were not in court. Justice Ekwo therefore fixed October 19 and 20 for the arraignment. And on the foreign scene, the members of the South African Police Services aimed at looters following sporadic looting and vandalism outside the Lesotho Mall in Carlton Township, east of Johannesburg, said today that it was deploying troops to 2 provinces, including its economic hub of Johannesburg, to help crush mob violence and looting as unrest sparked by the jailing of ex-President Jacob Zuma entered its 4th day. The violence raged at the Constitutional Court was receiving a landmark decision to jail Zuma for contempt of court. The country's top court on June 29 slammed Zuma with a 15-month term for snubbing a probe into the corruption that stained his 9 years in power. Zuma began the sentence last Thursday, but is seeking to have the ruling set aside. The South African Police Service members arrested looters at the Lesotho Mall in Carlton Township, east of Johannesburg, where several shops were damaged and cars burnt in Johannesburg following a night of violence. And that ends the world news. And before I go, here are the news highlights again. Oyo COVID-19 task force uncovers Delta variant in the state. Oyo government evacuates 14 mentally ill and 86 destitutes. Governor Makinde of Oyo State, Monsal Sultan, commiserates with family, is saying community and entertainment industry. Judge threatens to order arrest of ex-minister over alleged fund misappropriation. And on the foreign scene, South Africa deploys troops as unrest spirals after Zuma jailing. And that ends the world news for today on Aloore Radio. Join us tomorrow for more of our programs and bulletins. I remain Abu Idioju. Thank you for listening.
wòó sọ ò ewédú gbẹ̀gìrì àmàlà ó ń gbóná fẹlifẹli nìbàdàn ìlú rédíò Alóore.
àyọ̀yẹ̀mí yẹpẹrẹ pé wá sí o. ajé ní wo ma rẹ̀ kí n wo ma lọ́mà yẹpẹrẹ pé wá sí. àyọ̀yẹ̀mí yẹpẹrẹ pé wá sí o. Bámijé o, ìyá mi àgbà bámijé ipá mi ọ̀dá ṣe bámijé o.